Welcome back. I've recently removed my IUD and I wanted to share what I'm doing to balance my hormones and prepare for pregnancy. If you're thinking about starting a family or just curious about hormone health after birth control, keep watching. I got my Kyleena IUD in April 2024, mostly for birth control, but also for heavy periods and strong cramps. Kyleena is a lower hormone progesterone IUD, so it has lower hormone than the Mirena IUD. While it did eventually help my cramping, it took about 6 months for things to level out. Not only that, in the beginning, my cycle was super irregular with the Kyleena. I think my first cycle was like 63 days, and prior to the Kyleena, my cycles were every 28 days on the dot, like clockwork. I have an Oura ring, so before the IUD, I was using the Oura ring to help prevent pregnancy. So I knew exactly when my cycles were. When I ovulated, everything was very regular. So it was kind of unusual that once I got the IUD, my cycles became a bit strange, super long, not regular. My partner and I weren't quite ready for kids yet. We were planning on the next couple of years. So that's why I decided to get the IUD just to help with birth control and then also with my periods. I had a bunch of friends that had great success with the Kyleena, and they had had the Mirena in the past, and they said the Kyleena was so much better. It hardly affected them when they got it taken out. Fertility was high. So that was one of the main reasons that I was going to give it a shot, is I had quite a few friends that had good success on it. And then also patients of mine had good success. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a try. We'll see how it goes. If I absolutely hate it, I'll get it removed. But I wasn't planning on having it long term for 5 years or whatever they say to keep it in. I was only planning on having it a few years anyways. But honestly, I kind of regret it. So in March 2025, earlier this year, I decided to remove the IUD. And almost immediately, I experienced severe hormonal acne and pretty bad anxiety due to the hormonal fluctuations. This was quite surprising to me because I eat a very clean diet, mostly whole foods. I exercise, I strength train daily, and I take care of my health very well. But sometimes even when you're doing everything right, your hormones still need extra support to help rebalance them. So it was about the end of April where I was like, this is enough. My skin is terrible. I'm super anxious. I was going golfing, super anxious. I was at the driving range and I was anxious to even hit my ball, thinking that I was gonna have a crazy, terrible shot or something. And that is not me. So that's when I started researching how to make this transition smoother and how to best prepare the body for pregnancy. I already kind of knew this, but I learned that preconception health is as important, if not more important, than the health that you have during your pregnancy. What you do before your pregnancy can affect your egg quality, hormone balance, and even reduce the risk of complications. And infertility is on the rise, and I wanted to give myself the best possible shot that I could. When you stop birth control, your body has to naturally start producing the hormones progesterone and estrogen again. And sometimes this can take a few weeks, a few months. It's normal to feel mood swings, acne, bloating, breast tenderness, or even changes in sleep, energy, and libido. And honestly, everyone responds differently depending on their hormone sensitivity at the time. What could work for you at one point in your life could not work the next time. After about 2 months of waiting for my hormones to normalize naturally, I decided it's time to take action. My skin, like I said, I was breaking out like terrible. I had severe cystic acne. Here in British Columbia, you can see your pharmacist, so you could come see me and we can prescribe topical acne treatments. So I went to my pharmacist and I got some topical acne treatments. This really helped over the next couple of weeks. My skin cleared up almost instantly. Like you can see now, I have no breakouts. So the products I started using for acne, the first one is Eraslo. And then the other one, this one's quite popular right now, is the Pharmacist. So using these products, I use the Eraslo at nighttime. It is a retinoid, so it can be quite irritating. This just helps clean the deep layers of the skin, really bring the acne forward and kind of cause that purging. So I think I just had a lot of buildup under the skin layers, and this really just brought everything out. I did have a little bit of a purging phase, but honestly, I was fine with that if that meant I was gonna have clear skin in the end. The Finacea, I use this one twice a day. This one is super good for hyperpigmentation, any redness. It honestly just made my skin look super clear. This is great stuff. If you even just have like mild acne, I would definitely recommend it. Using these two products though, your skin can be very irritated, so I definitely recommend a good moisturizer like CeraVe. Even though my diet was already super clean, I felt like my hormones were all over the place. The reason I felt like that is my Oura Ring. I can track my cycles. It tracks your temperatures every day via the Natural Cycles app, and it just does that via the Oura app. You can literally see what's going on. So prior to having an IUD, I had the Oura Ring as well, so I knew what my cycles were supposed to look like, and they looked nothing like they were supposed to. They were all over the place. It made absolutely no sense. So I started doing some research, and this is when I discovered seed cycling. This is a method that uses different seeds in different parts of your cycle. This is supposed to help support hormone balance in the different menstrual phases. So how seed cycling works is day 1 to 13. So for 14 days, you do 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed and 1 tablespoon of ground pumpkin seeds. Both of these seeds really help support estrogen. Estrogen is the main hormone in the beginning of the cycle. Days 14 to 28, so the next 14 days of your cycle, eat 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds and 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. These seeds really help support progesterone and boost it up, which is a very important hormone in the second half of your cycle. As soon as I started seed cycling, I noticed my Oura Ring temperature data showed that my temperature was normalizing. My sleep improved, my anxiety decreased back to baseline, and my cycle started to feel more regular. And I finally ovulated. Not only did my temperature chart show ovulation, but I can tell because I usually notice ovulation symptoms, like everyone knows the ovulation discharge that you can get. So in addition to seed cycling, there are some other things that I'm doing to help prepare for pregnancy. When I was thinking about becoming pregnant, I went down the rabbit hole. I started watching a bunch of videos, reading books. I really like this Mayo Clinic book. Super informative, way better than What to Expect When You're Expecting. Don't read that one. It's super old information and it's not worth it. I really wanted to optimize my health prior to conception. So here are a few of the things that I'm doing to help prepare for pregnancy and also just normalize my hormones. So per day, I am taking 3 things to help prepare my body for pregnancy. So I'm taking 1 Materna. It's a multivitamin prenatal. It has the folic acid in it. That's very important, especially for preparing for pregnancy. I take 2 of these Omega. They're an anti-inflammatory supplement, so they're really good just for general overall health. And then the last supplement that I'm taking is a B complex. I am low in vitamin B12. Make sure that I'm getting enough protein per day. I'm aiming for 130 grams. I am prioritizing sleep, making sure that I'm continuing my usual exercise, strength training, and cardio. They say that you can continue whatever exercise during pregnancy that you do prior to pregnancy. So I really want to make sure that my exercise routine is on point and exactly the way that I want to do it when I'm pregnant. Managing stress. I don't really need to worry about limiting caffeine because I don't drink coffee, but generally it's recommended to limit your caffeine intake to 200 milligrams when you're pregnant. I know everyone's hormone journey is different, so I'd love to hear your experience if you've gone through something similar. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be sharing updates on my journey, plus more science-backed tips. And please like it, it really helps support my channel. Thanks for watching.